Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for BES. And for me, I'm going to speak a little bit about what the transformation has been from my perspective of being in India for 27 years. I spoke not from this exact position, but 27 years ago to some of you who were probably in this audience. That introduction simply serves to prove, and along with my picture, that I'm probably the oldest guy in the crew. So thank you for the opportunity to once again address all of you. So when I came first to India as a guest of the Broadcast Engineering Society, it was a time of India's transformation in the media landscape, and it was shifting beneath our feet. It was 1998, a period of great change. Tushar Bharati was newly autonomous. This is a bit of a history lesson for everybody. Satellite broadcasting was transforming access. Cable TV was expanding. And there were spirited debates about Western influence, cultural preservation, and the future of public service media. And through it all, India has adapted. But more than that, India has led. Now in 2025, we find ourselves once again at a turning point where the convergence of technology, policies, and people is reshaping what media means and, most importantly, who it reaches. Once it was about towers, now it's about touchscreens. Once it was about satellite dishes, now it's about phones in every hand. And direct-to-mobile broadcasting, D2M, stands at the center of this transformation. And by a show of hands, I'd like to know, so who's heard about D2M? We need more hands, more hands. After you visit the free stream stand, you'll know much more about D2M, direct-to-mobile. The point is that the moment is right for India and a broadcasting revolution. Recent crises and conflicts have shown the importance of resilience in broadcasting. India, as the world's largest democracy, needs the ability to reach every one of its citizens directly on their mobile phones. D2M is not only about consuming content on mobile devices over broadcast frequency, it's not merely about a free dish-like service for mobile. It goes well beyond that. Let's start with something fundamental: digital equity. India has more than 300 million feature phone users, individuals who remain largely disconnected from the IP world that we participate in. D2M offers a way to change that, an IP's connected content path to those without broadband, without smartphones. And it's not just about innovation, it's about inclusion. It's about giving every citizen, regardless of geography or income, access to education, public information, and opportunities. With D2M, Digital India becomes possible for all of India. D2M is not just a better way to deliver video, it's a fundamentally different model, one that cuts costs for creators and consumers and creates a space for new programmers, regional voices, education initiatives, and public service media. Imagine a future where a young educator in Assam can distribute free video lessons nationwide with no CDM bill, no App Store gatekeeper, no platform bottlenecks. D2M democratizes distribution, and that means democratization opportunities. Now, this vision isn't just hypothetical. It's real, it's here, it's now. India has a complete, homegrown D2M technology stack. Indian-designed silicon chips, Indian-assembled hardware, Indian-developed software platforms, and Indian content. And at the center of this is a US-India collaboration, one rooted in respect, shared innovation, and common purpose. Project like that envisioned by Freestream built on open standards and partnerships, show that we can build systems for the world, not just for a single market. This is Make in India, not just for India, but for the global South and well beyond. Now let me speak for a moment about the United States. In the US, mobile distribution has long been dominated by a very small number of carriers, locked into proprietary systems that limit device diversity and inflate costs. But with D2M, we in the United States have a chance to break that stranglehold. A new generation of open, carrier-agnostic devices, feature phones, smartphones, tablets, USB dongles, and a variety of other devices not yet invented can now enter the US marketplace. Devices built in India, but serving a global demand. This would be in line with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision for India. It's not just the democratization of access, it is the liberation of devices. And it creates a real market opportunity for Indian manufacturers, engineers, and innovators that PM Modi has been advocating for. And layered over this is the rise of AI, transforming creation, translation, personalization, and discovery. AI makes content creation more efficient and more inclusive. D2M makes that content accessible at scale, without congestion, without compromise. Together, they form a new kind of media infrastructure. Personalized, efficient, resilient, and equitable. In 1998, we wondered what this new world of media would mean for India's culture and for its sovereignty. In 2025, we now know the answer. India helped shape the world and is now helping to lead the next one. So let's not stop at pilot programs. Let's build shared standards, global partnerships, and truly an interoperable future. Because if streaming changed how we watch, D2M will change who gets to watch and who gets to be seen. And once again, India will not merely adapt, but will lead and leapfrog towards PM Modi's vision of a developed India by 2047. And with that, I thank you again for the opportunity to put a few ideas in front of you. So thank you once again for the opportunity.